Meatballs are the ultimate comfort food, you guys, and every culture seems to have their own version of meatballs. I'm Susie with the MediterraneanDish.com. I want to show you one of my favorite twists on meatballs, and it's Lebanese style meatball recipe. Now, the Lebanese, they have a thing for cinnamon. So you've got cinnamon and allspice. There is a lot of flavor going on in these meatballs. Let's get to it and you'll see why I love these so much. First thing I want to do is heat up my oven to 375 degrees. One of my absolute favorite tricks is using toasted bread that's been soaked in milk. You guys, this is what makes these meatballs absolutely super juicy. Once the bread is soaked, just wring that all out and crumble up the bread pieces. In a large mixing bowl, of course, we have our lean ground beef. And then I'm adding my toasted bread that's been soaked in milk earlier. We add 1 egg, grated yellow onion and garlic, and then about a half a cup of fresh parsley. Now we add those warm Lebanese flavors. We have cinnamon and allspice, and just a pinch of cardamom. If you like your meatballs spicy, just add a little bit of crushed red pepper. And of course, a little bit of salt and pepper. That's all that goes into the mixture, so now let's just bring it all together. Now, meatball night is a big deal at my house, and it's actually one of the few times that my husband helps out in the kitchen. So we put together these meatballs and then we just simply stick them in the oven. You only want the meatballs in the oven for 11 to 14 or 15 minutes or so, just to partially cook them. And while the meatballs are in the oven, we make our secret sauce. It's a chunky tomato sauce that I absolutely love. We start with a little bit of our private reserve extra virgin olive oil. Then we add some onions and cook those until nice and golden brown. We'll add a little bit of garlic and 1 carrot that's been finely grated. Now this is key, you guys. This really makes it nice and sweet and balances all the acidity in the tomatoes. Of course, we'll add crushed tomatoes at this point, a good 28 ounces of that. Half a cup of water, 1 tablespoon of pomegranate molasses. Now, pomegranate molasses has a little bit of sweetness and tang. We're looking for that perfect balance of flavor. It's optional, but if you can get your hands on some, I would totally do it. 2 bay leaves, salt and pepper, and again, if you want a little bit of extra spice, you can add some crushed red pepper flakes. We're gonna bring the sauce up to a boil for about 5 minutes. I think our meatballs are ready to be added. Let's do that and turn our sauce down and let everything simmer for a good 15 or 20 minutes. We love to serve these with Lebanese rice, another favorite recipe on the blog. You guys, you must try these Lebanese meatballs. Head over to the MediterraneanDish.com and grab my full recipe. Enjoy.